Okay, so welcome today. Like I said, we're going to work on mobility a little bit more, and we'll even go into some activation at the end, which is like some exercises. Nothing too crazy today. So we're going to start with spinal mobility. We start on all fours, doing some cat and cows. This can be a little faster than normal. You're just going to drop your hips, head goes up, and then around that spine. So going back and forth, we're going to do about 5 to 10 reps for each exercise as we go through. So go through on your own time. Try to drop those hips a little bit, or drop that low back a little bit lower each time, and then push up through those palms a little higher each rep. Awesome. Next, we're going to move from child's pose into cobra, back and forth. So pressing back in your hips, and then you're going to come forward into baby cobra or full cobra, whatever feels better for you. And then back around. We'll probably do about 5 of these. So sitting back, coming forward, coming up. Good. If you're really sore, you can always take it a little bit slower and try to hold it just a little bit longer. We're just going to get moving a little bit more today. Good. We'll do one more. Child's pose. Into baby cobra or cobra. Good. For that last one, keeping those shoulders back, nice and strong. Perfect. Next, we're going to move into thoracic spine. So you're going to sit back in your heels, just like you were doing that child's pose. But now we're going to take that right arm and go under that left arm. And then we're going to put that right hand on your head and rotate. Pretend you are a rotisserie chicken. There is a pole going through your head. So you're not opening up here. You're staying down and rotating. So going back under. Hand on your head and rotate. So let's do 5 on each side. Good. Really seeing if you can open up that thoracic spine a little bit more. That shoulder should feel a little pull. But no pain. Awesome. We're going to switch sides. So right hand on the ground, the left hand is going to go through. Left hand on your head, and then rotate out to the side. Remember that rotisserie chicken. Good. We'll go for what? 2 more here.
And I think that's what Jackie came referencing that has been started. Effective.
Awesome, really nice. Next, we're going to go into the world's greatest stretch. So starting in a plank position up top, you're going to take your right foot, go right outside of your right hand. We're going to add in a twist. Make sure you're pushing through that back leg. Good. Then we're going to put our hand back down and sit back in that heel. So you should feel a really nice hamstring stretch. Perfect. Then we're going to go switching to that other side. So back into that plank, left hand or left foot on the outside of that left hand, adding in that twist. And then going into that hamstring stretch. Really nice. So this one we might do a little bit less, probably about 3 to 5 on each side instead of that 5 to 10. So go on your own time. Make sure you add in that hamstring stretch each round.
And then kind of regroup and we're going to want to nail down, to your point, we really want to nail down this idea.
Good. Back to that plank, stepping to the outside, adding in the twist.
We want to do it.
Heel down to the ground.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then switching. Good. Let's do one more each side. So back in that plank, foot to your outside of your hand, adding in that twist. Hamstring stretch. Hold it for a second longer this time. Good. And then switch sides. Perfect. We are going to end in a plank position. Okay, so next we are going to take our right foot, lift it in the air, and bring it underneath into pigeon. So you're here, we're going to do something a little different in pigeon. Sit into that hip, but don't worry about going too low. We're going to add in spinal twist one way, and then spinal twist the other way. Perfect. Then we're going to push back up into that plank, switch sides. So sitting into that hip, spinal twist, arm goes underneath, and then opposite direction. I don't care which arm you go for first, or which leg. Good, pressing back up to that plank, switching sides. We're going to end up doing 3 each side again for this one. Underneath, and underneath. Nice. Good. Back up into that plank. Leg underneath. Adding in that twist. Good. We're doing one more each side. So sitting a little bit lower into that hip since it's our third one. We're going under. Hold for a second or two. See if you feel a really good stretch on the outside of that knee that's bent. And then good, other way. Perfect. We're gonna switch to that opposite side. Trying to go a little bit lower, sitting into it, relaxing into that leg. Adding in that twist. And then final twist, the other direction.
Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. We're gonna push back up into that plank. And then we're gonna go down onto our back. Perfect. So we are going to bring our right leg over our left leg, stacking our hips 90-90 here. So stacking hips, your hands are gonna come out front, and then we're going to open. We're gonna exhale. As our arm comes across, we're gonna try to touch both shoulder blades to the ground, and then come back, inhale. Good, we're gonna go for 5 of these. Exhale. Really trying to relax that spine. See if you get a really good spinal rotation, and come back. Exhale. If you're lucky, you might even get a couple cracks in your back. Good, one more here. Perfect, bring both knees in. Go a little bit side to side. Roll that out, and then we're gonna switch sides. Good, so we're dropping our right leg now, left leg's going across. And then we're starting on the other side. Laying on our right side, hands gonna go over. So hips are stacked, and good. We breathe out and rotate. Try to get both shoulder blades to touch the ground. Good, coming back. Exhale. We're doing 5 on this side as well. Exhaling now. Good, 2 more here. Awesome. Pulling those knees in, rolling around. Good. We're going to sit up next and go into a plank position. So next we're moving into some shoulders. So starting with that plank position, you're going to move your hands back slightly, come into downward dog. So when we drop back into that plank position, we're going to drop one of our shoulders. So, and drop a hip and drop a shoulder to get a really nice stretch to that hip, and then come back down. We're going to switch sides, dropping down, drop that hip, and back up. Don't go so low that you feel too much of a pull. It should feel like a really nice stretch, dropping that hip. We're going to switch sides. We'll end up doing 5 each side. Good, downward dog. Drop that hip. Awesome, you guys. We just have 2 more each side. Awesome. And in that plank position, and then we're going to sit down. Good. Next, we're just going to do some shoulder stretches in a seated position. If you want to get like an inner thigh stretch at the same time, feel free to sit in a butterfly. So we're going to be reaching over the top. Try to feel every vertebrae open up between every hip, or between every rib open up. So fingertips all the way down to that hip, and then we'll switch sides. Good. Back over. We're going to do 5 each side here, so you can get a little bit taller each time. Good. We'll do 2 more, reaching a little bit further. Awesome. We're going to go into a shoulder stretch, so pulling across. Perfect. Other side. Good. And go back and forth. Check the time here. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Good. We have a few more minutes. Awesome. Good. We're going to try to do about 5 each side. Hope you guys get out and enjoy the day a little bit today. Take some walking breaks, even if they're just around the block. It's a beautiful day. Awesome. We're going to go into triceps. So arm over. You're going to push down on that elbow. Good. And then switching sides. We'll do 5 each side here as well. Awesome. We'll do 2 more each side. Trying to push down a little bit further now that you're starting to relax. Good. 1 more each side. Awesome. We're going to go into an activation exercise. So this is going to work your core a little bit. It's not too intense. We're going to do a dead bug. So you're going to drop one leg and opposite arm at one time. Really keep that core engaged. Back is slammed into the ground. Pushing down and then back up. We're only going to do 5 each side. Just make them very, very deliberate reps. Good. By engaging your core, you're taking pressure off your spine. That's what you want to do when you're doing any exercise or you're picking up groceries, picking up your kid. Really engage that core. Awesome. Good. We're going to go into a glute bridge. We're going to press our heels into the ground, lift those hips. Don't lift them so high that you feel a pinch in your back. And then you're just going to drop those hips. So if there's a little bit of a space underneath, you're going to round your hips and have it be nice and flat, engage your core, and then come back around. So pressing up through your hips, back down to the ground, and then rotate those hips so that your back is flat. We're just going to do 3 more of those. So pressing up into your heels, flat, and flatten your back. Engage that core right here. Good. Flatten that back. Actively push hard into the ground with your core. Good. 1 more. Perfect. Good. Our last one we're going to do is a quad stretch. So you're going to be on your side. Grab that those toes or that ankle, and then you're going to pull that leg back. So if you want it to be even a little bit more intense, push that hip back, and you'll feel a really good stretch throughout your quad. Perfect. Relax it, shake it out. We're going to do 5 on one side before we switch to 5 on the other. Good. Nice. There's 2. 3. Good. Pushing that knee back a little bit more for a little bit deeper stretch. 4. Last one. And 5. Awesome. We'll switch sides. Last exercise of the day. Good. Perfect. There's 1. And if one side's tighter than the other, that's okay. That just means you need to stretch more often. If you do have a foam roller, that's a really good stretch is to roll out your quads. Good. For this one, number 4, you're going to pull that knee back a little bit. Make it a little more intense. Good. Last one here. Awesome job. Nice job.